Okay, so we are officially on the way to Glacier National Park in Montana. We are still in South Dakota currently, and I think we're only driving through South Dakota and Montana to get there. I don't think we crossed through Wyoming at all. But yeah, we just finished our first 2 nights of tent camping in our tent. The whole setup at a KOA in Rapid City, South Dakota. We had, I think, maybe a couple hiccups, but for it being the first 2 nights and kind of like our learning experience with everything, I think it went really well. Definitely the second night was a lot better.
Yeah, I think the hard part was the KOA wasn't expecting us to have a trailer or a big tent. So they kind of put us in a weird, small little spot that just was not working for us. And the tent basically took up the entire spot. So we were able to move into another primitive spot that had a much larger grassy area. It's a 16-foot diameter tent, so it takes up a big area.
Yeah, we had lots of comments and questions about our tent. I think it's just maybe something that people don't see very often, especially with... Yeah, we had a lot of people. A lot of people were asking us like how fast it was to put up and if we liked it, what it was made of, and so it was neat talking about it. I think our experience, we love the tent. Really, like, we really enjoyed it. It's just so much space in it, and it actually is pretty easy to put up and down.
Yeah, so we have that footprint that goes underneath there, and I think kind of once we had an understanding of how it all went together, Kayla and I worked well together. We're still working on getting the kids to assign them some jobs yet. Once we know they know what they're doing first. They want to be helpful, they really do, but I think they just don't quite understand how they can help. But once we get that figured out, it's going to go a lot quicker. But even now, we have it set up in under 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. A little longer to do the cots inside, which we got the cots, and then we got these little maybe 1.5 inch inflatable sleeping mats. Like they're self-inflating, so there's like some foam inside. We got them from REI, and those are a huge a multiplier for us. It's just incredible how sitting on a cot itself was kind of it's not comfortable. I would not be able to want to sleep on a cot for this many nights. But with that inflatable mattress on there, I slept well.
Yeah,
I slept really well both nights.
I think one of the big things about that is that it because the cots dip a little bit just by their design, that having that pad to kind of like fill that space and kind of even you out in it. Yeah, definitely. And we have the disco bed cots, which can be stacked, and they're extra. They're big. They're
like bunk beds.
They're like bunk. You can make them bunk beds. You can turn it into a couch, and honestly, they're really nice. They're a little bit
uncomfortable couch. I'm gonna say that right. It's uncomfortable couch. They advertise it being like a couch. You can look all nice and comfy. It's not.
Well, we're not going to use it as a couch anyway. We're going to just leave it, as 2 twin beds, basically. But they're big and, they very spacious. I think the first night we both ended up with kids in the bed with us.
Sure did.
Yeah, Nick had Cass and I had Shay for a bit, trying to get him back to bed. So.
What else? We had the Mr. Buddy heater in there.
Yes.
Realized that those little green, 1 pound cans, just not enough. I had to swap that out. I just swapped it out twice at night in order to keep it warm inside the tent. I was more concerned about the carbon monoxide in there, so I was leaving windows open, so it definitely had a lot more work to do. But there was no concern. There's no worry about that. I don't know why I'm so worried about the carbon monoxide. I just don't want to die.
We had, there's ventilation at the top of the tent just built into it, and then we had a couple of the windows opened as well, just to be sure.
So it did get cold, and and to put the Mr. Buddy heater on low, it just wasn't cutting it, so I didn't want to keep it on high. It's 200 square feet on the bottom of the tent. It goes up to the pyramid shape or the teepee shape. But it's a huge area to heat along with the ventilation, so it's escaping pretty quick. It's not really insulated, it's just canvas. So we ended up going to Walmart, picking up a 20-pound propane tank, and it's only like $18 to get it refilled. So that's gonna be our way of doing it now.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out. I'm glad. Again, that first night was a little rough. We were kind of cold, just because. I mean, it just got chilly where we were at, and then we just didn't know. It was a learning experience. So, yeah. Ren, yes, in a moment, please. Okay. Yeah, we've been driving for a little bit now, but still have a ways to go.
Yeah, so we all stay warm. Food, we're still figuring out our food cooking situation. We've been kind of eating out a little bit to help relieve the stress and how much we had to do, especially with traveling around the area to go sightseeing. So we figured go to Jimmy John's, get some food, or whatever we need to do to eat. But we do have our one backpack cooler. It's not huge, so the amount of food we can put in there is going to be minimal. So we're still trying to figure that one out, how we're going to primitive camp and carry our food in with us. So we will just work it out as we can.
Yeah. We'll have more to come on our actual tent setup and what it looks like, and we'll have a whole video, I think, just on what our site looks like when we have it all set up. So that will be coming.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay. Cass, do you guys know where we're at? Yeah, we're in. Do you know what city we're in?
What city in where?
We're in Billings, Montana. Yeah. What'd you think of this hotel, huh?
I like this.
Yeah, it's a nice hotel. We got a nice room. Big. We got a big suite. Bathroom. King size bed. The kids slept on the pull-out couch. It was great. Very nice. Yeah. Come here. Okay, Ryan, watch out, baby. No. Oh, careful. This is our tent. Let me zoom it out a little bit. It is big, and with the guy wires, it definitely requires a pretty big space. Thankfully, we were able to make it work here, so we're grateful for that. But let's see if we can go in. Okay. So this is inside our tent. Have all of the beds. Nick and I are on these extra large disco bed cots, and they are awesome. They are big and honestly super comfy. We have a little camping pad that goes on top of it. That's that orange piece. It's self-inflatable and easy to pack away, so very convenient. We have the kids on their own beds that we actually pulled out of the cribs to bring with us. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And then there's my cot there. And then I actually got this little, it's like a little brunch, like breakfast in bed table from Aldi for like $7, and it's like a perfect little side table for here. And then we have Shay in his pack and play with the blackout cover. And so this cover is awesome because it makes it so much darker. It zips closed and it keeps him warm. And since it's so bright here, the sun doesn't set until 10 and is back up again around 5. So like this morning, for example, I mean, he slept until after 7. So I'm very grateful for that. And it has a little side pocket on it as well. And it's really nice because you can actually pack it up with the pack and play. You don't have to take it off. You can just pack it right up. So convenient. And then we have our Mr. Buddy heater right there. We actually have that on at night. It's a propane heater. And so we have a propane tank outside that we line through and run that. And then we keep a couple windows open. And this tent actually has ventilation at the top as well, but we also have a carbon monoxide monitor, so as well, just as another safety measure. But the Mr. Buddy itself has a couple different safety safety features as well, so it's rated very well. And it's honestly, it has kept us so warm because it gets pretty cold here at night, down into like the 30s and 40s. So it's our entryway. We have a rug. And then, you know, Farrah's bed. These are some of the totes that we have some of the kids' clothes and stuff in. So, yeah. So I'm going to head outside and I'll go around the other side of our camp and show our canopy. Alright, so I'm going to go around and show where we kind of have our food set up. And currently our drink and s'more set up. We have a little pop-up trash can that's portable. That's nice and convenient too. Propane grill. Ryan. No, you're fine. And then this is the clam. So this is our quick set by Clam. And this thing is so nice. Say hi. As you can tell, I mean, we have like what, 8 chairs in here? I think at least 8 like regular sized camping chairs, and that is a portable like pack and play in the middle. So this thing is huge, and it's actually withstood the wind quite well. We did add an extra like tie down guy line just to make sure, but it's been working out so well. So yeah, I'll show you this is our wagon, our Keen's quad wagon, stroller wagon, that we've been using pretty much just for this trip so far, and it has worked out so well. It is great quality and it goes over the roads. I mean, we can just kind of go through the terrain without even stopping, so that's very nice. We've enjoyed it so far. There's Farrah. Hey Farrah! We're doing a test run without the cone because we put some athletic tape over her leg, so that will hopefully heal without her messing with it. So, just a shot of the Clam there. And then the Moore's campsite is over here. They have a pretty big cabin tent. And so we are doing our first hiking tomorrow. We'll be on the trails. And I will have some videos from that, of course. And I will just keep chugging along and update as our trip goes. So like and subscribe to keep up with our travels. We entered Canada in our next leg of the trip. Super excited. We are going in through Alberta, going to Banff, and we're going to camp there for a couple nights and then just move north. So journey with us.